What is going on YouTube? This is Acid Roots. So I'm going to review the fourth album by American rock band Goo Goo Dolls. Based this particular product is called Superstar Car Wash, and it came out in the winter of 1993. So within first about here, this is a request review by the Big Brain on Music. As far as these first albums, accent type pitches, he's requested things way back in like as far back as like the late 2010s, pitch like that. Some of those affairs. I think I particularly did like a Richard Marx album by him, something like that within those various pitches like that. But yeah, some excellent type ordeals, good accent pitches. I've done some further type requests by him, pitch like that, so I'll go way back within. Shout out to him, good pitch like that, excellent folk within those pitches. But paying attention towards it here as far as these physically happen. The excellent product about this product, this particular fair, Goo Goo Dolls gives me definite vibes of Billy Idol, pitch like that, and they sound familiar within these pitches. It's an interesting type variety, getting some of that 50s particular kind of doo-wop type style and greaser type style, kind of more with the pitch of out in 93 pitch like that. Definitely like the vibes of thinking of like towns, particularly like Reno and Las Vegas, some stuff pitches like that, but kind of within the flair, just like that particular the way when you think about particular restaurants like Steak and Shake and some stuff varieties amongst that sort of hit type variety within aspects of those sorts of players. So it's good accent pitches towards getting towards it here. This is like the mid-90s type versus pitches within some stuff varieties. Has a little bit of leftover taste of 80s neon and that pink sheen about it within pitches like that, but kind of more Mr. Farrell like glazed, kind of more gray skies and just kind of relatively rainy and kind of dewy kind of out type commerce pitch like that. So surprise accent type pitches towards it. It's kind of fair as far as saying this. The fair like some gulag type factor and like some new eras as far as these pitch games. So it's just excellent within varieties as far as getting towards it. Now I would say within the product of getting tore up pitches like that has some varieties kind of amongst it, but the aspect kind of is this, it's the fair of like a particular album, thinking of like Billy Idol type varieties, specifically out of like the White Wedding days, although I don't know a super ton about Billy Idol as full about. I need to get to more of his tunes, but this within pitches some of that within like the variety like the composition and just like personal kind of mishap and fairs like that sense type aspects. So it's kind of tone, kind of on the rebound pitch like that sense type variety. So just like a bad set of fairs within relative type product amongst it, but kind of variety just mainly the aspect of having some straightening in their pitch like that is keeping the variety, keeping it just 100. Not so much to say simply 100, but just kind of pitch it, just keeping like the tone of it. This doghouse kind of favors pitch like that, doing some great favors pitch like that amongst sense type aspects. So just getting back on like the particular bounce back and getting back towards the product of gal favors kind of within the product of getting ducks in a row and pitch like that. So instead of prizes kind of pitch as far as saying now the particular fair about it within these aspects is it kind of does that with like the juggle of also like the music shit. The music type shift, because most of this is kind of more miss like the point A to point B. There is some good venue type rumbles on here. There's some restaurant type air and dance venue type noise for grabbing like some mozzarella sticks and wings out in the fray pitches like that. But it's the aspect as far as you get some good fairs to kind of stew and pot things out within these pitches as far as like the product of just kind of good aspects of multitasking and pitches like that with kind of just the aspects of Walmart runs. Now within the fair, if it's more popular type places like Reno and Vegas and some stuff spots in Nevada and California, places like that, some stuff pitches. It's good emphatic type fairs within these, but it's good emphatic type fairs within these pitches kind of just have the aspect of just on top of like the fair juggling like the Walmart and the grocery and utility type runs in addition to like getting the straightening going pitch like that. But it's good excellent variety as far as these pitch gonna happen. So strangely enough, there was only one single off this album as far as these pairs can happen. It's a pretty trendy type one. It was a top 5 single on like the alternative airplay type charts pitch like that, which was the top 5 We Are the Normal as far as these pairs can happen. And surprised at the fact that this, despite the fact that this was Goo Goo Dolls' 4th album within these pitches as far as like getting into like the swing of like some of their prime pitch like that, they did not promote this album that much more heavily pitch like that. But some excellent type pairs within pitches, good bona fide. Just to say on top of that, I don't know if I said this within these appeals, but recommend all 14 songs off this album. So simple enough, 10 out of 10 within these pitches, good glam factor, good excellent pitches amongst this. But just being able to say We Are the Normal lead single and only single is like a grand early bird to like late 90s kind of alt rock kind of flavor. I'd say good pitch like that. Just some grazing kind of get to here, just an aimless kind of car sit type fair and some simping within those products as far as the fair is going to have. So just kind of pitch. It's very much a taste of how things were getting ready to happen with like the Sex and Candy and Sherry phrase like the Sex and Candy and Sherry Fraser type days, pitches like that. A little bit of Weezer and some of those type folks in there as well. Pitches like particular Green Day and folks like Tonic, pitches like that. But especially considering some of these type aspects, Nirvana was still around this time in early '93, pitch like that. This is before the In Utero type albums, those the pitches. So post grunge was not as full bound within those aspects. It was kind of pitches as far as saying this is kind of trendy within some of their products as far as like the fair, just a good. It's kind of more or less like I want to say Bush might have been around some stuff folks when you think of Bush, when you think of like particular other folks like that. This is right as Tool was starting to come out, some stuff folks within those aspects. So it's kind of pitched just an early bird type one, this good sparky kind of trendy type one, like that particular sense. That's kind of has good Mickey D's type runs, kind of dredge about it within pitch like that. But just some grazing within pitch, just that same factor, thinking like those yellowy kind of skies at like 4 o'clock, 5:30 p.m. pitch like that. Some stuff fair is just kind of some good sun gaze and pitches like that amongst some stuff. Probably good pitches like that. Just kind of mildly acoustic lick fairs like that. Good excellent pitches amongst it. Nice simp type song for some dredge as far as what's going to happen. But just good nice pitches, keeping gal within the station of it. Pitches, keeping gal within the station of it. Pitches like that. Some of these extra type fairs just chunking up past the spliffs to your pals, pitch like that. So this one's kind of different from most of the fare amongst this particular album. It's kind of pitch. Most of this has a little bit. This is kind of like a different taste compared to the rest of the album, being more neon based and kind of more swash, kind of acid wash type flare pitches like that. It was a good, nice price. Kind of get some of these type fares that just appreciate like the sun, just like parking lot type fare, and just the product to just post up and mild kind of. It's more car sit than Porsche type fare, but probably within the Porsche type sit type fries pitch like that. Good type flares amongst it. Just being able to say 10 out of 10 album, good pitches like that amongst the stuff fairs. So plenty of these type ones on here, good pitches like that. Like particularly a hit type one would be Domino as far as these fairs gonna go. There's like some great Guns and Roses like kind of dance rumble to get here, pitches like that. Just an 80s kind of gleam I'd say about this one. Just a fiery kind of cut loose, definitely to say just date night kind of spark as far as these fairs gonna go. So it's kind of within the pitch, just taking it back to like days, particularly like Welcome to the Jungle, some stuff ones, Mr. Brownstone pitches like that. It ain't. It's so easy. Some of these type ones within the pitch, just like that particular rumble, just like cutting loose within fairs like that. Now within the fairs, this is kind of more blurry type times within pitch. It is kind of clearing your head type vibes amidst like out in the fray. But these are some good nice ones. There's a couple of these on here, like Domino in particular. Also, I would say like Stop the World pitches like that. That kind of the price, just like some cut loose, kind of amidst the fray amongst it. But I would say Girl Right Next to Me is another hit type one within those appeals as well. Definitely very thriving and kind of rampant type energy amongst the hit tune Domino pitches like that. So this definitely probably could have been a good single that could have competed with some Guns N' Roses type vibes from late 80s pitches like that. Falling Down is the hit type one within these aspects, like a glary and kind of 90s greaser, kind of day glaze galvant to get to here, pitch like that. This reminds like Billy Idol, I'd say, from like the 80s, especially early 80s. Hit up like the Sonic restaurant, since that fares amongst it. Pick up like an Icy for a gal pitch like that, since the price amongst it. Kind of within those fashions, it's kind of convertible type music when you think of like 80s convertibles pitches like that. Some of the fairs is kind of within those products, kind of within the product neighborhood, kind of romping within pitches like that. So just throwback type vibes, definitely within more thinking of just greaser type vibes within the pitch. Just out in like 93, definitely within the pitch. Feels hella like Nevada and California, some of the places. Definitely feels like West Coast within that sort of hit type Friday, but. Might throw Utah in there within certain aspects of those stuff, right? Amongst some good aspects as far as those tones can happen. Arizona, since the place within the tone, just red hot kind of Reno type territory pitch like that. This easy kind of not as much full bound summer flare as full bound, but kind of with this the pitch like kind of dewy, kind of springtime type 90s greaser typeness pitches like that. Good nice flares amongst it. Lucky Stars, the hitting type ones, like amidst some post-hour traffic and simple kind of errand to get done pitches like that. Some of the stuff fairs when I say simple errand, just kind of aspect of this, not so much like adamant about it, but just kind of not so much like ferocious kind of adamancy pitches like that, but just kind of fair, just getting the product of it done, picking up like Triscuits or fairs like that. Some of the in tone good. Some of these type aspects within the tone, picking up some ketchup for hamburgers later, pitch like that. Some surprises, good pitches like that. Get some arrow, definitely say here, just some time waste kind of getting some rendezvous. Some time waste to get and some rendezvous type fun within pitch like this. It is some of these basic kind of mild kind of stopgap type points, pitch like that. Just seeing some pals, some quick catch ups, pitch like that is a good, just nice jaunt fairs like that. To smoke a bowl real quick if you don't have to drive, pitch like that. Sometimes surprises, just post up type fair. Get into a surprise like some crunkness. Standard how it goes, it's pitches like that within the variety, just like some bop longs. So this kind of pitch, standard, some good what else pitches like that. What's up with that recent kind of Adam Sandler type movie pitches like that? Some surprise, just missed the pitch, just like time waste fairs like that. Shoot the shit, so nice that Friday as far as these aspects gonna have a good pitch about it. Because you're gone is the hitting type one within these fairs amongst it, as well as like a hair in the wind, kind of day dredge and realign to get to here, pitch like that. Just some bad hair days kind of within the aspects as far as these fairs going to go. Just swishers kind of get to smoking, pitch like that. Just chat time on the phone, some pitch like that, or just chat time nearby, pitch like that. It's kind of the aspect of just needing to get the gab out of your system, pitch like that. Just get some smoke type probably within the aspect if there's not within the availability behind a pitch like that. Some good nice fairs. There is kind of some degrees of more smoke type product. It's more of like a smoke type fair, more so than the full bound pitch, like terribly heavily kind of drinking, but it's kind of pitch as far as saying just having like a swisher in the whip, something like that within these bars just for like the fair, whether it would just be driveway type smokes pitch like that, but it's kind of aspect this would say the composition just behind us out and within like the groove along pitch like that is kind of just some extra time to kind of appreciate like the factor of it, but it's this kind of aspect of this getting towards the straightening with them pitch like that. It's kind of fair of this like been some royal pain in the ass past few days pitch like that. Get towards the product of getting the remedies going pitch like that. Definitely get some swishes in your system, figure out the favors, just a good nice product. Get some Bailey's Irish for a gal pitch like that with things priors if the availability behind the drinking factor comes in with them pitch like that. Some stuff fairs with this Netflix gift cards nowadays pitch like that. Some stuff fairs amongst that. Be able to say with these hit type feels, yeah, definitely within products as far as saying back then probably would have picked up like a meme shirt. Some stuff fairs are like a good probably would have picked up like a meme shirt or a pack of batteries, pitches like that, some stuff aspects, just some good fairs like that, just being handy, pitches like that, but just being able to say products amongst it here, don't worry is a hit type one within these aspects, just being able to say don't worry is like I just got done with Blase, kind of romp along to get in like a greaser fit as far as these fairs going to have good excellent products, just some yeah, definitely a good romp along and like some greaser fit kind of thrills. I'd say good pitch like that. Just utilities kind of runs. Extra type fairs get that shit done within those pitches behind it. It's kind of a steady type song. So this kind of pitch, just simple kind of drift along pitches like that. Feeling like the vibe's good pitches. So it's just amongst the fair, just like some free time within these pitches. Not so much. Don't worry, it's like some good free time type fair within the product of this, gliss alongs within like the product of this, more products to kind of get to in terms of like utility or errand type fair, but just the pitch of just like just good release as far as this pairs go. I'm just the miss the product of enjoying like the factor, just like gliding and pitches like that, some stuff rise amongst it. Enjoying and miss the pitch of like gliding and some of these stuff fairs to just getting the car time wise kind of taking care of pitch like that. So some good excellent price amongst that fair, good excellent pitch amongst it. I don't know if I talk about Girl Right Next to Me, but this is a hit type one as well. It's like a good traffic kind of blah and dance venue release to get to here, pitch like that. Just some Bacardi shots definitely getting your system fairs like that. Some of those good type favors. Kind of stew some of those good type flavors, and this would be a good nice one to stew some favors up, pitch like that. So it's kind of missing Friday, getting some shots in your system first like that, but it's kind of contemplate on top of that, just in these pitches, just keeping gal in mind, some stuff fairs. It's kind of within products as far as saying just the personal type squabble. It's kind of within pitch like the roundabout kind of just BS that kind of has the aspect within it, just fairs like that, just extracurricular type ness, just figuring out the tone of this. After I get done with this, might sober up and then go figure out the next mode or just something in mind within pitch like that. Pick out a meme shirt, some of these stuff pitches amongst it, just fairs like that. Get some nice kind of like some nice kind of Adams Family socks for like some nice Adams Family kind of socks pitch like that. Since they're probably amongst the good nice flares, but just pitches like that. I don't know if I talk about String of Lies as a hit type one as well. String of Lies like an on a favor and errand run kind of fairs pitch like that. Just Walmart and other type shoppings pitch like that. It's kind of a bustle, but enjoyed kind of just good type tune pitch like that. Just the rights of it as far as these fairs can have. So when I say right, just kind of station type song, just feeling right pitch like that. Just enjoying like not so much within the dismay factor, but it's kind of pitch a just good just commerce type one where it's not worried or paranoia or gripe or pitch like that. Just kind of aspect just like station of. Just to stay on top of that, Girl Right Next to Me is like some good banginess kind of get to within those pitches, just like some Benny kind of embellished pitch like that goes along pretty well with Domino, just not as high octane but still good pitches. Yeah, String of Lies is good pitches amongst just like the bustle kind of amongst it, just kind of enjoying like the fair, just kind of quicker type pace, but just the aspect of just like some gliss along and just like a good jovial type factor pitch like that. Another second time around is a hit type one within these aspects as well. It's like a doghouse few days, I'd say, and chummy kind of feeling better within these aspects as far as the first kind of happens. Still, it's just kind of bittersweet, but just more within like the positive later on type aspects, pitches like that. It's kind of the fair. It's kind of some mending, kind of rainy come throughs as far as these first kind of just within the pitch. Then the pitch as far as the fair is going to have just the aspect of just kind of the tone of just keeping like the vibes of it. Some of these type of aspects, picking up like some Cinnabons, fairs like that. Some of the pitch, just the treat factor. Some of these type products, just some nice mulled or sherbet ice cream pitch like that, sends to aspects when the pitch behind it. Pick up like a nice kind of steering wheel mesh or something like that, sends to price amongst the fair, good pitch like that amongst sends to price within it, good nice flares amongst it. Stop the World is a nice one with these aspects, as well as like a bar hop and night scene embellished to get to here, pitch like that. Just some restaurant treats, I'd say. Definitely some of those good type fries. Wingstop, obviously, in your system. Some mozzarella sticks, easily pitched like that. Just kind of loud pack, I'd say. Friday kind of energy pitch like that. Not as spicy as like the particular hit flare or domino, but good type pitches. It's like a mostly kind of 1-2 punch. Good type pitches like a banging kind of 1-2 punch with dominoes versus press. Stop the World and dominoes, good accent type fares, like some bar type noise pitch like that, and Benny kind of rage pitches like that. Benny kind of rage pack and loud pack, good pitch like that. Already there's a nice one within these aspects, as well as like a simple and pleasant kind of leftover errands and homebound kind of wander. I'd say sometimes that pitches amongst it. Just pick up like Gardettos and like a neighborhood type sense. It's kind of a Gabby type song. Just chat with neighborhood chat with like the common folk pitch like that, just kind of hollow type tunes. Sometimes the pitch just what up though. Some of these type pitches amongst it. Good nice pairs kind of post up. This is one of these type ones that's just kind of like a neighborhood kind of wander pitch like that, just left over kind of like a pleasant kind of cruise pitch like that, just kind of probably 15 or 12 miles an hour pitch like that, but also just a variety, just like this homebound typeness. If you are just going by a simple gas station, some of these are probably just feeling chatty pitch like that, pick up like some fares, get like a bag Gardetto, some of the pitches, the extra type products, get like a 7-Up on top of that with it, some good excellent pitches amongst that. Already there is another good nice one to shoot the shit. Good fares like that as far as these pitch guy. I'm excellent type fares. On the Lie is a hit type one within these aspects, as well as like a sunset. On the Lie is a hit type one off this album, as well as like some sunset grazing and long day but jovial kind of glide along to get to here pitch like that. Just some sonic sifting, I definitely say pitches like that. Just pick up like a chili cheese kind of appreciate like the time waste fares like that. It's a personal kind of bleed pitches like that. So it's kind of fair as far as saying it's kind of with an aspect, the same sort of fair within pitches, like a good follow up within like the pitch of tunes like particular We Are the Normal and Falling Down since that pitch amongst it. It's kind of fair just like appreciating like the simmer of like a good summer kind of evening, springtime evening pitch like that amongst the stuff fries. Just kind of pitch it just like out in the fray kind of. This particular album has some good nice flares amongst the product, and just like the aspects of having shit to do within these products. Of this things kind of within the tone of probably between like probably I would say 145 or 230 between about 6:30, 7:30 p.m. pitch like that. Some of these type ones are just kind of miss like the more melded type hours within the pitch, where it's not as full bound within the work shift and it's full bound within those pitches, but just like the product of figuring out the rendezvous type hours and like the pitch and just like extra type fares with it. So it's kind of pitch like that, hit up sonic things to fares, get like some conies, fares like that, some good nice cheese curds to some of the some good nice cheese curds, excellent type pitches. But yeah, definitely personal type bleed pitch like that. Just kind of story time type spells pitch like that, since surprise just extra shit to say pitch like that. Good kind of time waste connect and fares like that, excellent within the pitch. Close Your Eyes is a hit type one, as well as like a blurry and neon kind of Close Your Eyes is a nice one, as well as like a blurry and neon kind of Vegas style glam to get. Just a glam kind of gal band, I'd say. Figure out some drops and modes within these next few pitches like that. So that fares amongst it. Just good, nice one to toke to on top of that. So it's kind of fair. It's kind of in between type sessions. Some of these type products are just figuring out what's next. Some of these type fares within it, just like whether it's mixtape type gab or pitch like that. Some of the surprise, just what's the next few moments gonna. Whether it's going to be like a house party or some fairs like that, since that pitches amongst it, getting like figuring out what's up with like some purchases and pitch like that, since the party is just figuring out like some next moves for like music purchases, fairs like that, some of these type of aspects. Might go see a movie or pick up some movies later, pitch like that, since the parties are just utility runs that need to be taken care of, pitch like that. Fam type fairs, gal type fairs, pitch like that, since the aspects. But it's kind of pitch, just toke kind of in the in between, just a dap, quick dap with pals, since the pitches. Good nice station gap with pals pitch like that, get some tokage going, some stuff aspects easily, kind of a couple great sweets pitch like that. So far away is a nice type one with these aspects. Well, I think this last one, yeah, this is pretty much the last one I haven't talked about here. This like emotion kind of joyrides and time waste kind of get within these fairs, just out on the town kind of bullshitting kind of day pitch like that. Some of these fairs just with pals pitch like that, just take the group. Some of these fairs amongst just kind of get to the product, just like some time waste fairs like that, just memes going. Some of these aspects, just good nice fieriness. General stupidness, acting an ass, some stuff first amongst the good fairs like that. Just good nice one to vibe to pitch like that, some stuff first. Just appreciate like the flair, just like the fury of it. So it's kind of the product of this full house type fair pitch like that, some stuff price amongst like the product of just getting some shit done. It's kind of the product of this standard fairs, just enjoying like the product of like standard fairs, enjoying like the product of nonsense, good pitch like that. Just kind of the aspect of varieties amongst it, get some grub in your system first like that. Go and pick up like a whole. Probably rack up like a $45, $50 bill at Taco Bell or Arby's, some stuff pitches, excellent type products amongst the good fairs like that. But it's kind of pitch, just get some tokage in there if you don't. Get some smoke type fare within certain type fries pitches like that. But it's kind of out in the fray aspects like that, standard fare. So that's the fair about this album as far as these products can happen. So 10 out of 10 album. In terms of the social score, I'm going to go ahead and say within these pitches, it has a good social aspect within these fairs kind of within it, but it's just kind of pitch as far as saying, just pay attention like the product that is just kind of the stationary, the tear up, it's some of these type of aspects in terms of like recreational, getting crunk and shit based on type of aspects. It is kind of on here, but it's kind of pitch as far as saying this is the stationary as far as that there are moments within these pitches that where the product, it's not as if it's 100% of the time. So it's just something to factor in as far as these fairs kind of within the pitch. It just has like the embellish factor as far as going along with it, but it's just kind of pitch as far as that there is like the stationing and the aspects kind of call for some of these type varieties as far as like the pitch. If you're in some of the type aspects within like the lyrics of this album, pitch like that, some of the type ones when you think of like Girl Right Next to Me, Cause You're Gone, Lucky Star, Another Second Time Around, some of the type pitches, some of the type varieties amongst it, So Far Away, pitch like that. It's kind of aspect as far as saying paying attention towards some of these type ones. The aspect of personal kind of squabble within these pitches, but it's keeping them within the variety as far as saying just the aspect, throwing in some of these type fits. Arby's tastes great around these particular times. Some of those barbecue burgers and pitch like that are excellent, pretty blistering pitches like that. It's kind of variety as far as saying some of these type tones within it. Keeping the time waste of it going, picking up like these things kind of within the pitch, just roping up some of these type aspects, the utility type aspects within the tone. The night venue type songs and restaurant type songs are pretty blistering on here. Songs like hit songs like The Fiery Energy of Domino and Stop the World are pretty banging pitches like that. And then also like Girl Right Next to Me has got some good fairs like some dance venue kind of marinate pitch like that. So it's just variety shots in your system within certain type aspects. It's kind of pitch as far as saying just kind of amidst like the factor of just rumination type fair to kind of clear your head and pitches like that amongst some of these type fairs, just getting the straightening going pitch like that, which is not always going to be with like things kind of within the pitch of like party fairs kind of help out with that. But this kind of pitch is really it's not super horrid to kind of rope up pitches like that, but once it's kind of out of the way and you're kind of on the other side of like the jump behind a pitch like that, some good excellent banginess to kind of just get shit faced and have those varieties as far as like the tarot kind of blistering. So it's pitched like that, but I'd say, yeah, I'm going to say 10 social, but it's kind of pitched as far as saying there's only one single off this product. There's a good amount of like joyride and fairs like that with pals and stuff pitches, but it's kind of variety as far as saying it's just kind of the aspect that the fun factor is on here, but it's just kind of pitched as far as saying just the product having some of those type moments, knowing when and how to get to knowing when the appropriates for getting towards a pitch like that, but it is on here as far as saying, so I'd say 10 social, but probably need another single or two, but other than that, it has some blistering type varieties. In terms of the future, I'm not really as full-bound sure. Then these pitches, Goo Goo Dolls have dropped albums since the Goo Goo Dolls have dropped albums since the late 80s, pitch like that, but they do have an album as recent as up to 2022, good pitch like that, so for the type furries, playing good type fury. Hopefully we get some more type ones with these pitches as far as like the banginess kind of happens. Makes me question if like the later albums from like the 2020s and 2010s pitch like that have like the same kind of like aspect to like the Vegas kind of glam about amongst some of these type ones for like the 80s and 90s pitch like that. But this is a classic here pitch like that. Just some excellent type varieties, good nice flares for like some commerce dredge and pitch like that. Just some glam factory kind of get the joyrides going, like some party favors and just gal fairs kind of gets roped up and straight and pitch like that amongst like the blase factor, like the makeshifts. A good pitch like that is banging type album.